Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGig webinar series, our endeavor to impart techies. We believe that sharing of knowledge is the key to enhance our skills and grow us as professionals. With this principle in mind, we have initiated a series of webinars conducted by industry experts to give you all a crisp insight of various domains. The topic of today's session is Learning Leadership Principles from the Bhagavad Gita. Unlock your potential to become the person that others want to follow. Our guest speaker today is Mr. Surya Prakash, consultant at SMS Management and Technology, Canberra, Australia. Mr. Surya is working for SMS Management and Technology as a management consultant and trainer. He has more than 12 years experience in management and technology roles in Australia. He has strong background in project management, business management, and in the development of higher order socio-cognitive skills. Prior to joining SMS, he has worked as a project manager, lecturer, and a lawyer. He is also the member of Australian Institute of Project Management. So without further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speaker. Over to you, Mr. Surya.
Thank you, Moni. Thank you for the introduction. I'll just share this. Hello everyone, this is Surya. Look, we'll go topic straight. The topic for today's discussion is learning leadership principles from Bhagavad Gita. Unlock your potential to become the person that others want to follow. Essentially, in this, there are two main important messages. First, Bhagavad Gita. Second, unlock your potential. Why Bhagavad Gita? The reason is that, in my opinion, Bhagavad Gita is the first ever book on leadership or on motivation. All the modern theories on leadership or leadership styles, they have not been invented. Rather, they have been discovered by someone from some of these books. The aim is to actually combine the Western scientific attitude with the Eastern wisdom, and not to reject any Eastern philosophies or scriptures as primitive. That is one of the aims of actually using Bhagavad Gita to understand the leadership skills, leadership principles, and theories. The point that I'm trying to make is that in modern world, in Western world, we do have leadership books and management gurus are there, but in reality, those theories, those books, those ideas, they have not been invented, but they have been discovered from somewhere, and the sources have not been given due credit for what they owe. Now, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna had used different styles, different management ideas, but no one had ever spelled it out the way it has been spelled by others. And that is one of the aims for this discussion. And second is unlock your potential. So it answers its own question. You can only unlock something that is within you. The meaning is that leadership skills cannot be taught. Leadership skills, they cannot be learned. These are qualities that are present in everyone. It is only that we need to realize that we possess those qualities, and we need to unlock them. We need to uncover those qualities which are residing within us. These are infinite powers that resides within us, and it is only a matter of raising our awareness to understand our own abilities and strength. We'll go to the next slide. Today's session plan is that we'll discuss what is leadership, what skills are needed to be a great leader. There is no big theory in this. The answer is that there are 10 C's, such as common sense, character, courage, and these 10 C's, they have been formulated from the slokas. They are coming from the verses of Bhagavad Gita from chapter 13 and chapter 16, and those 10 attributes, those 10 qualities, they have been extracted from Krishna's life and behavior. Now the third question is how to unlock your leadership potential. And the answer is simple: by practicing principles as stated in Bhagavad Gita and using self-control, self-restraint. Now next question is, what is the connect between development of leadership and the Gita teachings? The connect here is mind management. We need to manage our own mind. If we are able to manage our mind, we'll be able to understand our own potential, because mind is very restless, and we'll discuss that as we proceed. Next is that we are not discussing any modern leadership theories and styles in detail. The reason being is that there are so many leadership theories and styles which are in all different books, but in reality no one uses one type of leadership style. From time to time, from situation to situation, people, they tend to use different kinds of leadership styles, and generally it is mix and match of leadership styles that is being displayed by renowned popular leaders. And even in Bhagavad Gita, even during the discourse, Krishna never used one type of leadership style. It was combination of leadership styles that he used. So, but to briefly touch on some of the leadership theories and style, we won't discuss it, but we'll briefly refer their names. The leadership theories that are very popular are great man theory, behavioral theory, participative theory, contingency theory, transactional leadership, transformational leadership, situational leadership. Some of the leadership styles are autocratic, democratic, bureaucratic, and there are some more styles. There's one person, he's done a substantial amount of work. His name is Daniel Goleman. He wrote a book on emotional intelligence, and it became the bestseller. And he has also identified 6 different types of styles, and they are visionary, coaching, democratic, pace setting, commanding, affiliative. We won't be discussing that because that's not the point of discussion. Now there is another person, his name is John Colleen Maxwell. He's the leadership guru, and he has written many books. His books are 21 Indispensable Qualities. If you want, you can refer them. Another is 21 Laws of Leadership, and he has given, which is very popular in the corporate world, which he talks about 5 levels of leadership, which makes a company from being a good company to a great. And his emphasis is that a company becomes great only because of leaders. And if the company has good leaders, it will be able to raise its potential, become a great company. But in that whole discussion where he mentions about 5 levels of leadership, the first one he talks about, the first level is that we actually move step by step. From level 1 we move to highly capable individuals. we move to level 2, that is contributing team member. Third, competent manager. Fourth, effective leader. And fifth is executive leaders. Now he says that this, in any organization, there is a gradual progression from one level to the next one. But the important point that he tries to make here is, I'll read it out. When they put larger good ahead, here is people on that level, people. When they put larger good ahead of them, they transcend to the next level. It says that if people, they have to move from one level to the next level, they won't be able to do that if they don't consider the good of the larger people. Means they have to move from selfish good to the selfless good. And the key here is this, that if people, they want to progress in life, their interest should not be wasted interest, but their interest should be for the benefit of the larger community. And that's the point he's trying to make, that if anyone wants to progress from one to another, he needs to consider the good of others. And this is the crucial, this is the message that Bhagavad Gita tries to display. And this is what it is called as Nishkam Karmyog. This is in chapter 2, 47, very famous. It's everywhere. They talk about this, that you need not worry about the fruit, but you keep doing what you're supposed to do. And in plain and simple terms, it is selfless action. You see action, inaction, and inaction, action means it will make sense. What you see is that if there is no action, it says seeing action where there is no action, and then seeing inaction where there is action. This is the idea that is trying to relate. And here, this is the message there. We won't dwell on this for long. We'll move to another. There's another which is important, because it's important because we work in commercial and corporate setup. So it's also important to actually understand that. There's another theory which is also important. Important in the sense that it will actually help us in understanding the behaviors. This is called as Blake and Morton managerial grid. It talks about 2 points. It says that everyone is a leader, everyone is a manager, but there are 2 types. Some managers are people-centric, some managers are product-centric. Product-centric are those, like, they only concentrate on the delivery of tasks. They are more particular about the activities in their schedule. Activity 1, 2, 3, and so on. That they are more product-centric. People-oriented, they are less product-oriented. People-oriented are that they actually are more outgoing, more friendly, and they try to keep their team together. They try to build their team. That's the idea. But it is a good combination if a person is people-oriented and product-oriented, but it won't be in the same proportion. The proportion would actually vary, but it is good. But generally what happens is that someone is product-oriented, another is people-oriented. Now, we'll move to the third slide. Here, this is where the actual discourse happens. Now, this is giving us a message. And the message is that Arjuna is suffering from performance anxiety. He has got nervous breakdown. He is unable to perform. The excuse may be anything. All that time he has been saying that I need my kingdom back. But when the actual thing happens, when he is there, when he is facing the reality of the world, when he is facing the real problem which is confronting him, he's unable to fight, he's unable to perform, and he's suffering from performance anxiety. And this happens with everyone. We want something by heart, but when the time comes, we suffer from that lack of confidence. We think that we won't be able to deliver, we won't be able to achieve. And that's the idea. Now he says to Krishna that take me to the center of the battlefield. Again, here he's trying to display that idea of strategic leadership. Here, Krishna and Arjuna, they're facing each other. Now, Krishna is a leader, but Arjuna is not a leader. He's a leader in making. Krishna is able to understand the dilemmas of Arjuna, that he's he's not able, and so he's trying to convince him, look, you need to fight. That is your duty. This is what you have accepted. This is what you have been asking for. And now when the time is there, you don't want to fight. And as the saying goes, that you can lead the horse to the water, but you cannot make him drink water. So that's the situation. All that time he has received all the coaching, Arjuna. Now when he's on the battlefield, he's unable to perform. And he says with his folded hands, Krishna, help me out. I am depressed. I don't know what to do. How can I kill my relatives? How can I kill my guru? How can I kill my friends? But these things, look, these things he had, you cannot, means what the point here is that he knew all that. He realized it, that this is going to happen. Before actually preparing himself for this battlefield, he should have thought about those things, rather discussing those things on the battlefield. And this happens with every one of us. Every one of us, we suffer from this lack of confidence when the D time comes. And it is not Arjuna in that situation, it is all of us in the same situation, whether it is anything, whether it is a matter of promotion, or it is a matter of giving a public presentation, or speaking publicly, or anything. The moment when it comes, which is challenging us to come out of our comfort zone, we are uncomfortable. And then the fear comes in. And that, because Krishna is a leader, he cannot back out. And now this responsibility has been thrust on him to convince him that you need to do your duty. And in this 18 chapters and 700 verses, the topic ranges from macrocosm to the microcosm. It ranges from the universe to the little universe, which is Atma, the self which resides within us. And he takes all different approaches, he takes all different styles to actually convince Arjuna. Now we'll move to the next one. Now